Hello class, my name is Thompson. I'm a trainer at Rubov Technical Corrective, and today we are going to learn together the module which is called Repair DC Power Supply. And today's topic, we are going to see how to prepare a DC power supply for repairing. At the end of this session, each learner will be able to select and arrange different tools, materials, and equipment required for DC power supply repairing. She will be able to differentiate different parts of a power supply. As we are learning together, I invite each and everyone to take some notes and do a practical exercise with me. Firstly, you may ask yourself, what is a DC power supply? A DC power supply is an electronic circuit which converts AC voltage into DC voltage, as you can see at your own screen. And also, we are going to see how to prepare a DC power supply for repairing. Firstly, as a professional technician, always when you want to do any kind of repairing, you have to select firstly the PPE, which are personal protective equipment meant to protect you against any hazard while you are doing any kind of repairing, such as gloves, helmet, overall, goggles, noise mask, safety shoe, and so on. While you finish to select PPE, you select different tools, materials, and equipments required for DC power supply repairing. Firstly, we have to classify tools used while repairing a DC power supply. As you can see, there is repairing tools such as soldering iron, screwdrivers, pliers, cable cutters, and also there is a cleaning tools such as brush. And finally, we are going to classify materials which are used while repairing a DC power supply. As you can see, there is repairing materials such as soldering tin, and after that, you have to select electronic component such as inductor, capacitor, diode, and so on. And finally, you have to select different equipment required while repairing a DC power supply. As you can see, there is a DC power supply, there is a screwdriver machine, there is a soldering station, there is a digital multimeter, there is air blowing machine, and finally, as I told you before, you have to select PPE, which are personal protective equipment. As I already told you, are meant to protect you against any hazard. Those are the tools, materials, and equipment required for DC power supply repairing. And now we are going to analyze a DC power supply specification. Identification of different types of DC power supply. There are two types of DC power supply. There is a variable DC power supply. It's a kind of power supply in which you can vary the output. And also, there is a constant DC power supply. It's the kind of power supply which gives us the output which is constant. It means which can't be changed. For example, as you can see at your own screen. And also, we are going to describe the main parts of a DC power supply. A DC power supply has four main parts. It has a transformer, which is used to step down AC current in order to be converted well. There is a rectifier, which is used to convert AC current into direct current. There is a filter or a main capacitor, which is used to remove all unwanted AC signal remain while rectification is going on. And finally, there is a regulator, which is used to regulate the required outputs. Those are the main four parts of a DC power supply. Identification of technical specification. There is input voltage, output voltage, constant current and regulation, constant voltage mode, LiPo and noise, temperature, tracking accuracy, and finally, a protection. Thank you for your attention. This is the end of our session. In our next session, we will see how to rectify a DC power supply faults. As we are running together, I hope you keep doing a practical exercise with me. See you next time. Enjoy.